Hey, I have no friends and no social life. What's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite albums. And today, I'm going to do a double album review because I thought I want to do these two albums together because my critiques about these two albums are pretty similar. And yeah, I don't want to spend like 10 minutes talking about each and one of these. I just don't. So to start off, we have the latest Reason album, New Beginnings. Reason is a rapper signed in the TDE, Top Dog Entertainment rap label. And in the same record label, we have rappers like Kendrick Lamar, J Rock, Ab Soul, Schoolboy Q, Rhapsody, singer SZA. I think Vince Staple is on it as well. So yeah, pretty stacked West Coast hip hop record label. Not gonna lie. And Reason is one of the early signees, and this is actually his second project. I think his first project is a mixtape, but now we have a full length album, and it's boring. It's really friggin' boring. I don't know why, but 2020, man, it's just a year of boring rap albums. I mean, all the way from Joyner Lucas' latest album, Little Baby, uh, Gunna release an album this year? Future's latest album is kind of boring. Lil Tecca, 6ix9ine, the list just goes on. I'm sure I've forgotten a bunch already. But anyways, here we have another helping of boring rap music. Uh, this time it has a bit of a West Coast twist to it, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that a bulk of the tracks are basically very basic, generic trap rap songs. Yeah, the only track that really stood out to me is Flick It Up featuring Absol, which has an eerie, icy beat. The flow is bouncy, and I think Absol's feature is really, really good. I also kind of like the track Extinct featuring Isaiah Rashad and JID. And even though Isaiah sounds like he just doesn't give a shit about this track, I like the laid back beats, the jazzy, groovy bass, and I think JID's performance is fantastic. JID, he's a really good rapper. But yeah, the rest of the album is just pretty forgettable. All the way from the album opener to the album ending. Yeah, where should I begin? Stories I Forgot is where Reason sort of does a Kendrick Lamar impression with its cracked voice and off-kilter delivery, and he does it very, very poorly and on top of a very basic trap beat. And this track isn't the only moment in the entire record where he tries a bit of Kendrick-isms. The track Showstop has these Kendrick-esque ad-libs. Wait. And the track Fall sounds literally like a track off of Good Kid Mad City. It sounds like Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, but maybe with a trap twist. And then the next track after that, Slow Down, sounds like a track off of Damn. It sounds like, I think, Feel or Fear or Loyalty. Just an amalgamation of all the Damn tracks. Yeah, it's very uninspired. The track Sauce featuring Vince Staples is a banger, I guess, but failed attempt because it's very boring and the flow is very monotone. Pop Shit has an eerie trap beat. Schoolboy Q sounds really great on this track, and he totally outshines Reason on this one. Similarly, Rhapsody outshines Reason on the track I Can Make It, which has a really, really dry beat. The track Favorite Brother tries to be a banger on top of a drab, dry beat, and lyrically, it's just a bunch of threats and brags, and the lyrics are kind of dumb. The track Westside takes things a little bit slower with the R&B vocals, and it's just a very boring and plain track, really. And the album ends off with Gossip and Windows Cry, which are supposedly two emotional tracks, but the emotions are never actually conveyed. And the last track is supposed to be about paranoia and being left alone by the record label, even though the record label allowed him to drop 2 projects. And yeah, it just doesn't really have any emotions in it, really. It just fails to convey any message. So yeah, very forgettable album. Totally gets outshined by his guest features. Pretty boring album overall. Feeling a decent 3 on this thing. Favorite track here is Flick It Up. Least favorite, probably I don't know, honestly. Stories I Forgot, probably. Or Westside. Alright, the next album I'm going to be talking about is the latest Trippie Redd album, Pegasus. I did not review his last album, ! Because I just don't want to. He's back, and this album is like ! But even more boring and 74 minutes long. I just, like, in the recent years, man, just artists, they just bloat their album. They just jam pack a bunch of tracks, just fillers onto their album, because it's a strategy, you know? Like, the more tracks you have in one album, the more streams you get, the more money you get. It's a strategy, I know, but artistically, it's it's an embarrassment, really. I mean, starting off we have Migos with Culture too, and we also have Chris Brown's 2 hour long album. Like, what are these artists doing? Uh, so yeah, 26 tracks on this album. 26 tracks, and just like any other trap rap album, I guess you can already tell which 3 types of tracks there are on this album. Banger tracks with loud, overblown beats, low-key tracks with quiet beats, and also it's more of a Trippie Redd thing, you know, some romantic, euphoric, spacey trap beats, which aren't that euphoric or spacey, but I get what it's going for. Yeah, and the bangers on this album are mixed so loud and overblown. It's tiring. It's not exciting at all. It's just tiring, like the very loud hand claps on Personal Favorite featuring Rich the Kid, on the track Never Change featuring Future. We get these loud ass strings, loud ass beat, a loud ass bass, and Future just auto tuning on top of it. It's quite disastrous. The track Kid That Kid is fucking disgusting. This track, like, it's one. This track is the Sonic version, the Sonic equivalent of being deep fried. Your ears being deep fried, and not even in a good, like, noisy industrial way. It's just so, everything's just so unnecessarily loud. It doesn't add onto anything. And Future sounds like he's talking through like a phone or something. And yeah, the loudness does not stop, I have to say. And then we have the low-key tracks, the track Hell Rain, where all the vocals are drenched in reverb. They're super distant, super far away, especially for Lil Wayne's performance. The mixing is terrible on the Chris Brown track as well. Lil Mosey is half asleep, you know? He's basically the worst XXL freshman, and yeah, great performance on the track No Honorable Mentions. Album opener, Let It Out, pretty boring. We get some female vocals that builds up to nothing. Love Scars 4 and Moonlight sound like identical tracks, and they're both really sloppy and slow. The track The Nether, actually isn't about the nether in Minecraft. Kinda disappointed. The flow is trash. The track's so stressed, doesn't convey any stress at all. I mean, the music video for the track starts off with him leaning on the shoulder of another woman. How stressed can you be? Come on. The track Excitement featuring Party Next Door. Like, there's nothing exciting about it. And it's mixed like a goddamn mess. Like, I just have no idea what is it trying to do. The title track, he has this high register vocal thing, hey, and it just sounds ridiculous. The track V12 is where he does a raspier voice, and it just sounds really dry. Just drink a glass of water. The track Two Fly is really plain. He sort of does a Playboy Cardi impression on Good Morning. He does a Little Baby impression on Oops Revenge Part 2, as if Little Baby has a unique voice or anything. The track Take One, he does a Future impression, and also the line I'm free like a mason, like Freemason. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Busta Rhymes on the track I Got You. Like, what is he doing here? I don't know. The track Spaceship featuring Young Thug. Young Thug's feature is actually not bad, but it's just another spacey trap rap track. The lyrics are kind of dumb. And the track Weeeeee, the outro, where he's like wee, like 1.5 minutes of that outro. Is that even necessary? Like, what the hell are you doing? The only track that's remotely enjoyable, and I emphasize, is Sleepy Hollow, which has a little bit more energy and a little bit more drama than every other track on this album, because it's just so boring. 74 minutes of nonstop, boring, basic trap rap is what this album is. Yeah, favorite track is Sleepy Hollow. Least favorite track? Weeeeee. I'm giving friggin' Trippie Redd Pegasus strong 1 to a light 2 out of 10. That being said, I realize that I'm not strict enough, towards boring trap rap albums. Like the 3 Nav albums that he released 3 albums. That album sucked just as much as this Trippie Redd album. That album is 2 out of 10, like a light 2 as well. And that being said, I think G-Eazy's singer-songwriter album, which, I mean, it's not boring, but it's still horrendous. So I'm going to bring it to like a very, very, very light 2 as well. Bring it down to a very light 2 as well. So, yeah. What are your thoughts on these 2 albums? From 1 to number 2, rate it, like it, subscribe if you want more. Thanks for watching. I will be reviewing Otraza, Jechon, Molchatoma, Monument, King Gizzard KG, and I have some surprise album reviews that I may or may not do. Surprise album reviews. Pretty surprising. Pretty cool. Stay tuned.